Welcome to Lessertainment, the channel with the most deceptive name in all of YouTube. We have seen referees getting hit by fighters in the past. Now, we will see another group of people who are really close to the fighters during the fights getting smashed, and that's the cameraman. Many times these people are so focused on their jobs and getting the perfect shot that they don't see the perfect physical shot coming right at them, and they get knocked down or just plain hit in the face. If you happen to enjoy this video, please give it a like and subscribe down below. Also, make sure to turn on those notifications. Let's get started. This was the boxing fight between Yacine El Machi and Junior Witter back in 2011, and it was really tight and a dirty fight with a ton of clinching.
He's just trying that bit harder. This one, Adam, would you?
Victor Lachlan one side of the ring. Marcus McDonald and Yacine El Machi in the upset win over Colin Lyons, the controversial one.
But in the third round, El Machi turned into a freaking matador and just olayed Witter out of the ring, crashing into a cameraman standing at the ring's edge.
Fighter final of the 19 we've had so far. Junior Witter's out of the ring and might be hurt. That was a nasty fall just in front of our monitors at ring.
What do you think this guy was thinking? Probably something like, damn, didn't know I was holding some of those new 3D cameras, because this boxer looks like he's coming right at me. Oh shit, he is coming at me. Then he drops the camera and he goes flying backwards. And adding to this poor boxer's embarrassment, the camera falls right on top of him. I guess this does protect the camera a bit, since it never actually hit the ground. Now we head to the time when Daniel Cormier became a 2-weight class champion after beating Stipe. And Brock Lesnar decided to do his bullshit WWE antics in the UFC. First, Lesnar kind of treated Joe Rogan like he was a nobody, and you could see Rogan kind of getting angry about it. Don't know if there's much Rogan can do with Lesnar, but this other guy from Cormier's team came in and pushed Lesnar, but he didn't even pay attention at all. Then Dana White just told him to go back to his corner, probably saying, hey man, we're trying to sell some tickets here, relax. Then the poor cameraman took a hit.
I'm coming for you!
Dang it, dude, Rogan didn't like that one bit. Mostly because it was his hand doing the hitting, getting smashed by the camera. Plus, you're hitting the innocent cameraman. Hopefully it wasn't up to his face, cause that could have gotten him a black eye with a hit like that. And like I said before, I hate this type of antics from guys who were pro wrestlers before because you can't really take it seriously. But I guess they are trying to make the big bucks, and apparently this is what it takes. Cause now I want Miocic or Cormier or actually anybody to beat Lesnar again, a la Cain Velasquez. This is by far the most tame on this list, but it must have scared the ever-living crap out of this poor cameraman, because the angry fighter in this case was Daniel Cormier himself. So that was the first part, where the cameraman was apparently too close, and when Cormier turned around, he bonked his head on the camera right on his forehead, which it can hurt pretty bad. Reminds me of this video.
And maybe 1 foot in the quarterfinal, ain't safe!
So then Cormier pushes the cameraman ever so slightly and then gives him a good talking to. It is an extremely tame video by comparison to the other ones, but if an MMA champion pushes you, it must feel damn terrifying. Then Cormier later admitted that it was his fault. Cormier is just a great guy that can admit his mistakes, which is pretty great. Hopefully he treated the cameraman to a nice meal or a new pair of boxers. Starting out, this fight is already giving signs that something bad is coming. Not sure who these fighters are, but the guy in red shorts was backing up too fast, appearing to possibly be hurt. So the guy in black shorts just rushed in thinking that he had the perfect opportunity to finish the fight, but then he kind of overshot it a bit. The video states that this cameraman wasn't hit directly by the kick, and we can see that in the video, but he did take a hit from the camera after it was knocked out of his hands. Amazing job by him though to keep control of the expensive camera and not let it hit the ground. And then he just gets back to the action after briefly checking on the camera for any damage. This was the second amazing fight between Roy Jones Jr. and Antonio Tarver, where it started with this question from Tarver.
I got a question. You got any excuses tonight, Roy? Let's not ask questions like that. Let's touch the left, go to work. Tonight, Roy. Let's go to work.
Jones won the first fight in a very close decision, so Tarver wanted revenge, and he certainly got it with this incredible finish.
Roy has not found a way to be able to get a sustained attack against him.
And down goes Jones on a hard left hand, and that is the most that Roy Jones has ever been hurt. Only Lou DeVal ever knocked him down. Jones may not get up, and he makes it up. It's over.
Then, of course, he went on a crazy celebration, jumping everywhere and pushing everybody, and then doing this.
Roy, no excuses.
And now there's a fight breaking out in the ring. There's a fight between supporters in the ring, and our cameraman, Gordy Sager's gone down.
I couldn't find another angle of this actual punch to the cameraman, but that was a hard-ass hit. He completely made him drop his camera and probably was hard enough to cause damage to his face. He almost made the camera lose connection, but I guess the cameraman is good since there are no other angles. Now we finish with the most bizarre one on this list, and that's the one done by Darrion Caldwell after winning his fight against Sean Bunch.
And he's going for it. He's got it. He's got him now. That's it.
Then of course he goes for a crazy celebration, and this camera woman follows him trying to get the best shot. Unfortunately for her, she didn't know his celebration style and she paid for it.
Who has taken his steps. Look out. Whoa.
You know that this woman is a great camera woman because when she first gets crushed by this flying maniac, she goes to the camera trying to make sure that it's still good and gets up trying to get more of the action. Caldwell didn't apologize right then and there, although it's not really anybody's fault, but he did apologize later. And here you thought the cameraman and photographers were safe since they are outside the ring, and they only come in when there is no fighting actually happening, but anybody can be in the way of the strikes if you're not careful. Thanks for watching this video. See you next time.